Okay. Let me just make sure the audio levels are okay. 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 Good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today we'll be practicing the second theme of the Moonlight Sonata, third movement. Okay, so second theme. It's actually really nice. It's in contrast to the first theme. It's more legato, more relaxed, you know. All right, let's get into it. Before we start here on this part, I forgot to mention something last time. This right here is called a fermata. Forgive my handwriting here. It's a bit difficult to lean on this thing. There's no way to rest the hand. So anyways, what that means is you hold this note past its original duration. So if it's 3 beats, hold it a little bit longer. You know, it's like a little pause. Okay. All right, so it gets into the second theme by using the same technique as the first one. So the harmonic changes are like this. And then it leads into, which is the second theme. So the second theme is in G sharp minor, and the first one is in C sharp minor. Okay, this correcting, the cable is in the way. All right. Up there. Let me try this again. So, okay. It's essentially the same thing as in the beginning. The notation over here, it stops with these, but just continue doing it, right? Not too staccato. It shouldn't be too short, just consistent with how it was played in the beginning. Okay. When you get to this part right here, this is the first time that Beethoven indicates legato. This part right here, all the way to until it ends over here. So there's legato over these 2 bars, and there's also crescendo marking as well. So it changes a little bit. It's almost like a transition. Again, he wants this to be legato so that it follows into the second theme, which is again more legato, more soft, more gentle. Okay. So. Just try to connect it a little bit more, right? always, as you're playing, always look at the top note, right? Like, because it's leading again, there's a rest over here. So it's the same idea as in the beginning, right? The accent is always, this thing keeps popping up, always towards this note right here. Okay, so those are not staccato markings, those are like the accent, it's playing, as like you're playing accordingly. So this falls really nicely on the hand actually. Again, you don't wanna play this legato by using sustain pedal, because the left hand is still maintaining that staccato movement. So if you use the pedal, it just it's not this just gets too blended over, you know, like it loses all its structure. This pulsating bass line is like what makes it really nice, you know, the contrast between the staccato in the left hand and the legato in the right hand. There's something to be said about this jump right here actually. This note, it's a G note. So let me show you how this goes. It's difficult to execute because you're also doing things in the right hand, and you know, like moving, like goes like this. The jump is difficult, you know, it's easy to hit the wrong note here. You know, but again, practice carefully, you know, slowly, and hopefully you hit the right note. All right. So moving on to the second theme. This is where the second theme is introduced. Well, that one is loud, but we'll get to it. I got a bit too much ahead of myself here. Okay, the second theme. Typically, in a sonata form, there are clear rules to how, like in what harmony the second theme should be played. And in this situation, since the first theme is in C sharp minor, the second theme, to drive home the contrast between the two themes, should be in a G sharp major chord. Should actually be more like this. This is how it should be actually, if you follow strict guidelines and you know how the outlines are for the sonata form. But Beethoven, you know, chooses to keep it in a minor still. So it goes from C sharp minor, the first theme, to G sharp minor. He keeps it in a minor. I guess, you know, I mean, they always pushed the lines when it came to this thing. You know, nobody was there to tell Beethoven like, oh, you can't do that. You know, like you can change things. You know, they always did. They always pushed things. You know, they always changed things. Didn't abide by like strict rules. And as Einstein used to say, like there's a quote from Einstein. He said, "I've reached an age that if somebody tells me to put on my socks, I don't have to." So I guess he didn't put on his socks this time. All right. Let's play it again, but in the correct key this time. Okay, right here. This is not part of the actual, like it ends here, right? Right, it ends, so like mark it, like play it, not again, not like that, you know. So the actual theme starts on this. This is the actual phrase right here, right? These three notes are not part of the beat. I think they're called accidentals. So they exist outside. Again, this note is louder than this one, so there's a bit of a decrescendo here. Okay, for the same reason that I mentioned in the first video. It's a dissonant chord, right? So okay, the same thing over here and over here as well. So it's a bit of a, you play the first note louder, and then the resolution thereof is played a little bit gentler. Okay, we'll get to that part again. This section is alternating between staccato notes and holding them a bit longer. Oh, that was wrong. And not necessarily legato, but like holding it longer. So okay. The left hand again keeps the rhythm essentially. When you practice the left hand, make sure you maintain even rhythm and also stay very consistent dynamically. I'm going to play it up here so that it's easier to see. The bottom note is obviously more important. also stay very close to the keys. Do not get too far from the keys, because you won't be able to play it as fast, and you will not also play it evenly, dynamically. So try to stay close to the keys, always maintaining touch with the keys. There's no reason, you're not playing too loud here, so you're not there's no reason to stay too far, to get too far away from the keys, right? Just maintain a close connection. Okay. So you can hear the differences between the first theme and the second theme here. You know, like it's, I mean, they both start with piano, you know, but it's just the agitation of the first one. It's in direct contrast to okay, what else is there to mention here? All right. Okay, let's move on to this part. So this is actually, finally, we get to where the second theme was actually supposed to be, the G sharp major. It actually follows really nice in the hands, in both hands. This is really nice, this part. Let me show the top view. I noticed that sometimes the certain notes are a bit louder. This is it's a digital piano. I'm recording digitally right here, and the digital part is always a bit off. I've noticed, like certain keys just pop out a bit too much, and I'm like, okay, I didn't play it like that. You have way more feel when it's actually acoustically being played. But anyways, in either case, like, it's not supposed to be this note, not too loud. You know, you're playing, the structure is moving at the bottom here. See how it gets loud sometimes, eh? Okay. All right, so we have sforzando on both of this right here, on all of these notes actually, except where the trill is happening, and we'll get into that in a second. So the trill is only done, this is an octave, but it's only done on the top note, and it's you're doing the trill with the above note. Like, so this is an A sharp, you're doing it with the adjacent note, which is the B note. Okay, so Show you the top view. So in other words, there's 6 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 notes in one beat. But the way you structure it with the bottom hand and the way you should practice, there's 3 notes for 2, and then 3 notes for the other 2. So in other words, if there's 6 up here, play 3 for the first 2 notes, and then 3. Let me just do this. 3 for the first 2 notes, and then 3 for the second 2. And do it so that it's even, and you don't notice anything. You practice slow, and you should be able to get this right. So let me play it slowly, how it should be, how it lines up. So first 3 notes. It's the same over here, right? So I know it seems confusing, and I guess it is, you know, but once you practice it a whole bunch of times and you make sure you focus on it, you practice it correctly, when you get to it, you develop a feel for it, and it just happens naturally. Okay, just play it 1,000 times and you should be fine. Okay, all right. This is an A major chord. Okay, hold it for 2 bars and then the rest again, because there's it's held for the duration of a 16th note right here as well. So it's like this. 2. Here. Okay, there's no legato markings for this section. You know, it's supposed to be like a rolling thing, like a ball rolling. Again, just keep in mind that the A note falls. It's always the A note that falls on the beat. So always practice around that, and again, with practice, you get more used to it. It's actually quite easy, this passage. It's not there's not too much going on. This one is very gentle, very soft, like a pulse, like Let's do a top view. The trill again, play 16th note. So this time it lines up perfectly with left hand here. Play it 3 times, the trill, and then the accidentals. Make sure they line up with the rest of it. Same chord as over here, held slightly less, I guess, because it's just 1 beat now, but it's an octave down, the right hand. And now this doesn't fall on the first one. It doesn't fall on this one. It falls on the second A. And then it falls on, like, it's offbeat. That's a simple scale. It looks like an E major scale here. It falls very nicely in the hand. Change after the 4th finger. Okay. Oh, that's this part right here. Anyways, we'll be concluding it at this point. But there's markings for forte on each one of the notes. Not sforzando, but Beethoven wants to make sure that they're all played loud. Again, this chord here is a dissonant chord. Oh my god. Difficult to get. Okay, there you go. It's a dissonant chord, so it's played louder. Okay, and that concludes the second theme right there. What else is there? Just write some things down for later. So the trill is in accordance with, again, you're playing the top note, so it's an A sharp. It's an A sharp, but you play the top note first, right? And that's how you end up over here. So line it up with 16ths, you know. The last 2 notes, in the accidentals, line them up with the last 2, so play the trill 3 times. Okay. These are very gentle. This piano, the main structure, main phrase is at the top here. You know? So this is played very, very gentle. Okay. Just like a slight pulse, okay? Okay, I think that kind of like covers it. The third theme is usually there's not too many like it's not necessary. It just needs to be 2 themes, first and second, contrasting, and then that's the exposition, and it repeats. but in many of Beethoven sonatas and symphonies, they're a bit more complex, so there's usually a third theme that kind of like ties the first and the second together, which is this one in this case. Okay, we'll cover that next time. Yeah, it'll be fun. Okay, that's it for today. Have a good day. See you next time.